Hello everyone, and a warm welcome from Visaman UK. I hope you guys have been keeping very well. I've been well too. This video is like a special feature, a quick update, and basically an effort to try and save people from wasting money, time, and energy on fake job offers. Well, basically an effort to save people from fake or scam UK jobs and visa offers. It's come to my attention recently because I've got a lot of emails from people who've been subscribed to the channel, from people that I know, students who come to me for advice, etc., about various fake or doubtful UK job offers that they've received. Now these are offers that people receive, especially people from the Asian continents, the Indian subcontinent, etc., and also quite a few from the Middle East, etc., wherein jobs are being offered, UK jobs are being offered to people with visas and with amazing promises, which are like too hard, too good to be true, to be honest. And they kind of lure people in with these fake jobs and an offer of a fantastic life and extort money from people and waste their times. So a lot of it, obviously this is something that has been happening forever. All kinds of scams have been happening forever, but of late the number of people, the sheer number of people who have contacted me for such scams has gone up. I've noticed that in the last month and a half or so, at least 5 to 8 people have contacted me for the same kind of jobs, for the same kind of offers, and the same ridiculously impractical kind of propositions where you wouldn't actually get anything in the end. So it's like I've encountered about 5 cases in the last 1.5 months, which is a lot. So it seems that these scamsters have kind of found a new way of extorting money out of people. They have kind of started targeting people from certain parts of the world, and then they try and get people's ambitions and hopes and aspirations up, and then basically run off with their monies. So it's amazing. 2 or 3 of the recent cases that I've encountered were from Asian countries, and a couple were also from the Middle East. And what I want to convey from this video is that if you come across like a UK job offer with a visa and everything else, feel free to get in touch with me, because these job offers normally have something in common, and it is not too difficult for somebody to spot if the job offer is genuine or if it's something that looks like a scam. Because a lot of these people, I mean, thanks to their instincts or thanks to something that they felt was wrong with the offer, got in touch with me. It's not like I ask people on a regular basis, hey, what kind of jobs are you getting from the UK, whatever. They have been contacting me, so credit goes to them for not falling prey. So in order to broaden that up, in order to increase the number of people who are aware, I'm going to try and highlight some of the things that these scam jobs have in common. Interestingly, all of them would have like a very, very simple interview process. So it's like literally somebody gets in touch with you, posing that, okay, I've got a UK job with a visa available for you, etc., etc., and then the questions that are posed are normally too simple. They're like simple aptitude-based questions, or sometimes not even those. Sometimes they're questions that pertain to like the attitude of the individual, how hardworking you are, and all of that. Nothing related to the actual job that the person would be doing in the end. So if the interview process is like too easy, then there is definitely something wrong there. Alarm bells should go ringing, because nobody will be offering you a job, especially like a job in a different country where you're supposed to be getting a visa, you're supposed to be getting a nice package and everything else, and not even like interview you, to examine the suitability of you as the candidate. It's not like there are no candidates for jobs in the UK. So you have to understand that if a company has if somebody has gotten in touch with you offering you a UK job, you have to understand that it means that they are not finding candidates good enough in the home country, in the UK. That's why they've gotten in touch with you. That brings me to the next point, which is the point about impractical job offers. Almost all of these, very surprisingly, so almost all of these scam jobs had titles like admin assistant. Now, just imagine, an admin assistant would be a person who would be expected to do like secretarial or like kind of odd jobs in any company, any organization. And the whole concept of a UK company recruiting a candidate from overseas, from non-European, non-EU countries, is that there is nobody available, there is a gap in the market, and you need a foreign national to fill in that gap. So that is the rationale. That is what companies have to justify to the border agency when they get a candidate, when they get an international candidate. Now you tell me, is it possible that any country in the world would be struggling to find a person who would actually do a secretarial job? It's not really possible. It is one of the most menial kind of jobs. It's one of the most basic kind of jobs, and it is too good to be true if you are made to believe that nobody is, if nobody is found in the UK, or they're not able to find candidates in the UK. And more importantly, looking at it from a technical perspective, every company who's hiring an international candidate has to like justify to the border agency that they're doing so because they're not finding any local skilled people. No local people were available to fill in that gap in the workforce, and that's why they're recruiting somebody international. So you tell me, somebody for the post of admin assistant, how difficult would it be to find them? Normally people hire like fresh university graduates or people with no college degrees for such roles, and you cannot expect to get a visa at all for that category. I can assure you, nobody will be able to get you a tier 2 official sponsorship or a visa for the job of admin assistant or project assistant or whatever else. They can maybe change the words in the future, but if it's, just think about it logically. If it's a role that anyone can, if it's a job that anyone can do without too many qualifications, then they won't allow you to come, to fly from like across the world and come to the UK to do that job. The other thing that these jobs have in common are larger than life salary promises, larger than life standard of living promises, should I say. It's like these job offers, they offer like salary packages which are like £3,500 to £4,000, £3,500 to £4,000 a month, £5,000 a month. Now these are salaries that very highly skilled, like managerial people in the UK will earn, or very specialized professions in IT, engineering, animation, etc. These kind of people earn that kind of money. And these sort of promises are made in terms of salary for jobs like admin assistant. And then they also make promises like free meals, free accommodation. Now hang on, it is, take it from me as a word, unless you're at a directorial level, unless you're at a very high managerial level, you have like years and years of experience, Nobody in any international country would give you, international destination would give you a job with free meals, free accommodation. These are like perks given to top management or to diplomats, those sort of people. You're not going to be getting that if you have a job position of admin assistant. It is just not possible. And then some of these job offers come from organizations supposedly in the UK, and they also sometimes have a UK website. And if you look at the website, you'll know that the company doesn't actually exist, because there are so many inaccuracies in the website. The address stated on the website, if you search the address in Google Maps, you'll find that it's right in the middle of nowhere. And then the wording, spelling mistakes on main pages of the website, no information on the people who have set the company up. So a lot of inaccuracies would easily be visible for you if you have a keen eye, if you are observant of these things. But some of these scamsters are also smart. They get in touch with you claiming to be from companies like the Royal Air Force, for instance. A candidate from Dubai had gotten in touch with me, and they claimed to be from the Royal Air Force. And obviously I was still able to uncover the scam for the candidate, because the candidate was sent a COS as well, a certificate of sponsorship, and then a job offer again with amazing promises. But the certificate of sponsorship itself gave it away, because it was not at all in the format that it is supposed to be. It was the job offer and the company of recruitment, because I understand how recruitment works in this country now. You're not directly enrolled by the Royal Air Force or the Royal Navy or the British Defence, directly recruited. You're not directly recruited by them. There are sub-organizations, there are various layers, and you're not going to be getting employed by the main organization with the stamp or a signature from the CEO, as they make it out to be. They make it too good to be true. And there are these signs that the candidate was able to show to me, and it was uncovered. So what I'm trying to convey is that there are a lot of scam jobs, there are a lot of fake jobs going around, and these are like jobs with offers of visas, offers of an amazing life in the UK, etc. And they would tell you that we'll give you everything, you don't need to pay for anything, you'll even not be required to pay for your flights, we will pay for it, you only need to just pay for the immigrant health surcharge, which is a couple of £100, whatever. That is good enough for them. If they make a couple of £100, if they make like say £400 or £500 from each candidate, that is a lot of money in some Asian countries. So that is good enough for them. So don't fall for these fake jobs. If you're in doubt, if you've recently got a job offer from the UK, feel free to get in touch. Feel free to send me the certificate of sponsorship that has been sent to you. Feel free to tell me how the interview process was, what they asked you. Feel free to get in touch with me. Look out, keep your eyes open, see if these interview calls are coming from fake websites, from obviously fake websites. One of the websites that seemed slightly legitimate as well, but then it was obvious because of some of the other things that came through from the candidate, the information that was provided. The name of the organization was RONIC, RONIC, Oil and Gas Limited. And I mean, if you want, you could make a note of that name. So anything coming from this company, just be aware of it. It's a fake company operating by that name. The other very important thing to note is that no company, no organization can provide you a UK sponsorship if it's not listed in the UK Border Agency Register of Sponsors. One of my most popular and most informative videos, I will leave a link in the description, informs you about this list of sponsorship capable companies. So only companies from this list can provide you a sponsorship in the UK. So one of the first things to do is once you get an offer like this, go and check in the list if the company exists. If it doesn't exist, get in touch with me. Okay? So I hope you found this information to be useful. I had to get it out. I had to get it out as urgently as possible despite my busy schedule and everything, because of the increasing number, the sheer number of people falling prey to these scams. Thankfully, I have been able to save quite a few people and, you know, make a difference, I would say. I'm really thankful for that, and thank you for your continual love and support. But obviously their money was saved, but their time wasn't, their energy wasn't. The hopes that they had, that they finally secured a nice job and a nice life in the UK, all went down the drain. I didn't like it, obviously, I don't like it, but in order to try and avoid it, you know, this is an effort that goes in that direction, to try and avoid it, to try and make people smarter, you know. But if in doubt, feel free to email me, get in touch with me, etc. Okay, right, I hope all that was helpful for you. This information was helpful for you. I will be churning out more content, obviously. I've been a little slow of late, but a lot of things have come up, so I need to kind of cope with everything that's going on at the same time. But I will try my best. I have a lot of other bits of information that I need to get out, because a lot of people get in touch with me. I understand what people are looking for, what kind of questions they want answered. But if you do have any questions, any specific questions in mind, which would be easier to come across as a video, then tell me, let me know, and I will produce a video on it as soon as I possibly get the time for it. Okay, thank you very much once again. And just as before, if you like this content, share it with your friends, colleagues, etc., and your loved ones, and keep liking and keep sharing so that I produce more videos on a regular basis. Okay, thank you very much and stay awesome. Cheers, bye.